Okay. Well, I would like to welcome you all to Lighten the Load, stress relief for your farm's busiest season. I am your host, K Castrataro. This program that I've created today is basically to help us as farmers to reduce the stress that we're feeling in our busy season, but to do it in little tiny pieces, because we all know that we don't have time for a lot of major stuff. It's just not the way farmers work. So we're going to dive right in and get started with the content. So why do farmers feel stressed? Poor little, poor little sheep. He just does not look happy. If you're anything like me, you look around and you say, wow, I could keep myself busy all day, every day for 3 lifetimes here. And we don't have 3 lifetimes. We only have one. So we want to make the best of that. Does any of this sound familiar? If it does, so so now we're saying, yep, I'm stressed. Get me out of the stress. Well, first, how do farmers show stress and physical difficulties? Now, this is a hard one for farmers because our work is really physical. And so having strained muscles, having all of that kind of thing are part of being farmers. And yet, stress load creates a real physical problem for us. And a lot of times, if you're having chronic illnesses of all kinds of varieties, the illness might actually be being caused by stress. And if it's not caused by stress, it will definitely be made worse by stress. So let's say you're somebody who has chronic inflammatory systems or diseases. You get stressed, inflammation increases, it's harder to work, you get more frustrated. It's a really ugly cycle. Fortunately, we can unload stress. We can't get rid of it, as in the fact that we can't avoid the external stress. And let me say right here, external stress is not all bad, okay? We think it is. We're used to being told it is. We actually need stress because some forms of stress are what helps us to grow and help us to become resilient. So you can't be strong if you don't have things that you have to be strong through or against. So a great example for this time of year is hardening off plants. If you keep all of your seedlings in the greenhouse where they're nice and warm and they're protected, that's awesome. And as long as they can stay in that nice protected little environment, they're going to be all right. But if you're going to put them out in the field, you can't just take them out from the greenhouse and put them out in the field and they're going to be okay. They're not. It's going to be too cold. They're going to have to deal with some dryness. It could be wet. So you need to take them out of the greenhouse for a few hours every day and kind of harden them off. They get used to it. That is a stress response that plants have. It's like trees. You know, if they have to grow in the wind, they're stronger. If they're grown in a sheltered place and then a big strong wind comes, they break. So let's not hate stress. We're not going to hate on stress. We're going to look at stress as a tool, and we're going to know when we're getting too much of it, because too much is when you break. And then exercise. Now we think farmers exercise all the time. They don't need any more exercise. Well, that's partially true. It depends on what kind of, farm work you're doing. But one of the leading causes of depression in farmers is actually injury and chronic health issues. So if you, especially at this time of the year, if you're going to head right into your growing season, your hard work season after being off for the winter, and you're not taking care of yourself to build your stamina and stretch your system, you're going to get hurt. And the older we get, I hate to say it, but the easier it is to get hurt. Like, I remember I was a kid, I used to do cartwheels all the time. I never stretched out before doing cartwheels. A few years ago, my daughter was like, "Hey, Mom, do you know how to do a cartwheel?" Of course I know how to do a cartwheel. What are you talking about? And I went and did a cartwheel and promptly pulled my hamstring. And let me tell you, it took me months to heal up that stupid hamstring from one cartwheel in the backyard because I wasn't doing cartwheels all the time anymore. Those muscles didn't stretch like that anymore. I have to actually stretch out now before I do physical work. And I found some really cool farmer stretches. So take care of your body. Truth is, you can't take care of your farm, your family, your friends, if you're not first taking care of yourself. You will be able to do that for a while. And then, just like those plants that we were talking about, you're going to get overstressed and you're going to break. And we want to avoid that. And then you're going to say, okay, how often am I going to do this? Now, we're going to start small, and you're going to pick, like, you can do once a week for each one of these. And if you do each one of these once a week, as I said, you've now got 5 things that you've done that you weren't doing for yourself before. And we're going to look at little things like 5 minutes or less. If you can't or won't give yourself 5 minutes a day to take care of you, then where are our priorities? I mean, seriously. Like, if your farm life is making it so that you cannot have 5 minutes to yourself each day, we really need to rethink your farm life, which I am perfectly happy to do. Have a farm life recharge program would help you with that, but that's not today. So, but I'm serious, and I'm not trying to be mean, but I do come with tough love sometimes because I'm a farm kid. I'm honest. So if you do not have a person that you feel would be a good support person for you, who would be somebody that you could trust, that you could talk to, number one, I'm saying we need to work on that, because we definitely do not want to leave you that way. Farming can't be done on our own. Life can't be done on its own. Farming really can't. I have this whole philosophy that farming takes a team, and it really does. So, we could definitely talk about that, about how to start building your support system. Thank you all very much. I will stop recording, and then we will hopefully see you with Troy's stuff, and feel free to connect with me anytime. Have a great day, everybody.